Okay, in this screencast, we're going to go over the what's called the materials index or the tools of Schoology. And what I want you to do is, if you're on your home page, I want you to click to where your courses are. And once you get to your courses, I want you to choose a course. And this is what it should look like. It should be completely blank, really. And you'll see something that says Add Materials. So this is where all your tools for inserting different kinds of projects and assignments and that sort of thing in your Schoology exist. So let's go over what we're going to do today. We're going to add a folder. We're going to add an assignment. We're going to add a quiz or a test, a discussion, and a page. So it's rather ambitious, but let's go ahead and get started here. The first thing we probably want to do is add a folder. Okay. So when you click on create a folder, this is what will show up. So here's our title, and you'll notice that I had all these that I've done previously. Now I like to create folders by date. So let's pretend we're going to create a folder. Here's August 13th. And in this folder, I'm going to have a number of things, and you just go ahead and do the description. Now in this folder, we're going to have how to insert an assignment, create a quiz. We're going to create a discussion. We're going to create a page. I'm going to change this to create. An assignment. So those are what we're going to have inside this particular folder. Go ahead and choose the date. It's going to be August 13th. That's what I want it to show. And then you'll notice down here where it says availability, the automatic default is visible, which means while you're creating it, people are going to be able to see it if they're enrolled in the course. Your other options are to hide it and wait until you're finished with it, and then you can go ahead and publish it. Or you can actually make it available automatically after a particular start date. Let's say you're creating things at home at night and you want it to become visible to the students only when class starts. Okay, so you might just go ahead and click that and give it a range. All right, but for our purposes, I'm just going to keep it visible. All right, so let's create it. And you'll see what it looks like here in just a second. So here's our August 13th, and here's our agenda, what's inside the folder. All right, so let's go ahead and click now on August 13th, and let's start adding some things. So when I go to my materials, add my materials now, we're going to add an assignment. When you click on add the assignment, this is what it looks like. Again, somewhat similar to what was for the folder, but let's say in my assignment I want to do this, and I'm going to, remember I talked about nomenclature. And notice I have one already, creating an assignment. So go ahead and create your assignment right here. Now, some people are rather elaborate with this. I tend to do something like this. I'll show you. So I take it, the title, I put it in the middle of the page. I make it red. I'm going to make it a larger type. And I'm going to center it. Okay, then I'm going to actually switch all my defaults back. 18-point type is a nice type for students to be able to read. Let's align it left. So what I'm going to do for this assignment is I'm going to say watch the video below on how to create an assignment. If I could spell here. In Schoology. Then answer the questions that follow the video. So there's my assignment. Now you'll notice I said watch the video below, but how do I do that? So here's another lesson. Go to where it says, this little icon up here where it says insert content. Go to image and media. This is what we'll show. And if you have files already on your computer, you can attach it. Most of the time I get mine from the web. I can attach just a picture. I can attach just a link, or I can attach media. Now I'm going to attach media. So when I do that, it wants the link where I can embed it. So let me just go up to YouTube, and I am going to search YouTube for creating an assignment in Schoology. Let's just see if there's somebody has done that. And wow, look at, someone has creating how to create an assignment in Schoology. All right, so I'm going to click on this real quick. I am going to grab the URL. Let me show you how to do that. So you go down to here where it says share. Click on the share, and there's the URL for this particular video. Now I'm going to right click and copy it. Go back to my Schoology page and insert the link. When I do that, look what happens. I'm going to create my assignment. Instead of creating just a link, it actually creates a spot for the video. And then, remember I said we have some questions afterwards to answer. And I'm going to call this assignment. And again, I do my normal thing where I keep them all the same size. Titles usually are the same size, same color. Okay. And then I'm going to switch back to my defaults, which is 18 in black. I'm going to say answer the following question from the video and submit your answer to the submissions tab in the upper right hand corner. So here's the question: where is the materials tab located? Something just really simple. Make sure you have a date when you want this assignment to be completed by, today at midnight, how many points you want it to be worth, probably something low stakes, let's say 5. Put a category in, remember those needed to be created, and then you'll see that there is a submissions are enabled. So let's create it, and you'll see what it looks like from a student perspective. So here's what they see. They'll click on this, and this is what they see. So there's the assignment. They click on this, it's now live. They can watch the tutorial. They can answer the question if I knew how to spell. They would go up to the submissions, and it will give them an opportunity to answer whatever question you asked. Okay, let's keep going. So I'm back at my folder. Click on your folder, and now I want to add not an assignment but a short quiz. All right, so notice that the box here is a little bit different than when you created an assignment. So I'm going to call this a warm-up quiz, or just a quiz, and it's going to be on creating an assignment. And the due date will be today. It's going to be worth 5 points. Category, remember, is whatever category you want. Okay, and this is visible to students. I can keep the my quiz hidden until the actual quiz occurs, and then I can click on this and it makes it visible again. Whoops. Looks like I'm running out of power, but let me just do this quickly. So notice that when you create it, this is what happens. You have add a question, settings, preview, results, and comments. Just go quickly. Let's add a question. These are the type of questions. Let's say you want a short answer. So here it is. According to the video, where is the materials tab located? And then the students can actually write their answer however you want them to do it. They can do it. They can do a video answer. They can do a rich text answer, which is just typing. You can say how much you want it to be worth. Remember, we said it was only 5 points. and how long you want the answer to be. Create the question, and there it is. Okay. You can also, when you click on here, you can see how all your students did. You can actually grade them right here rather quickly. Just click on each one after you've read them. Okay. And then once that's done, which is really, this is a really neat feature, you go over to PowerSchool. There's a sync feature. I'll show that in another video, and it'll take all their grades and automatically populate your gradebook with it. It's an awesome feature to have. All right, so now we're done with that. We created created a quiz. Let's save that. Okay. Oh, if you click on the preview button, this is another good one. This is what it looks like from the student's point of view. So you begin the quiz. So here's the question. According to the video, where is the materials tab located? And that's where they would write their answer, and then they would submit that to you. All right. All right, let's go back up again to let's leave the page. So now what we've done, did I create the assignment here? I think I did. There we go. So I've created an assignment, I've created a quiz. The last two are discussion and page. Click on discussion. This is what shows up. Again, it looks really similar. So discussion, creating an assignment. And remember, you could just say something like, just ask what the question is, what you want the discussion. What are the advantages of creating an assignment in Schoology for your students? So when you want the due date to happen, this time you're going to have to enable grading, so you can have a discussion that's not worth anything, or you can actually grade their discussion. Let's make it 5 points. Create. This is what the students will see when they click on it. So there's the question, and they can just start writing their answer, and then they can just actually post it. Okay? And then finally, the very last thing is pages. Pages looks very similar to assignment. You'll see that, but you'll notice that there's no grading option down here. So pages are usually good for including like material from, you just want them to read it, like a text block of some kind, and then they can go back and take a quiz on it and that sort of thing. But this is actually pretty good for, like I said, non-assignment type, non-graded type of postings on your part. All right, just go ahead and create it and it's all done. So I hope that was useful to you. It's really everything that we did for the tools is really under Add Materials, and you just add them when you feel ready to add them for your classes. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know.